All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Secret Ponchos Saturday stream with Chris as Tony and Yusuf as himself.
Hello.
Let's see here. Yeah.
Is this thing on?
Just, huh? Disco at use? Yeah. Yeah. And Tony's here too now. All right, Yusuf. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Your room looks different today.
Yeah, I'm at the in-laws place today, so you might see some action in that door behind me, running in with breakfast and stuff like that. Um, yeah, Sir Dukes is mentioning today's might be a bad day to stream. That there's BlitzCon, but that's okay. We stream every Saturday at this time, so.
It's really rainy here in Vancouver, so there's nothing else to do but stream. Really.
Well, there's Tony.
Yeah, Tony has to leave, so I'm squatting at his house today.
Nice. So we're both out of our element.
Yeah, this is like Bizarro stream.
So
Uh,
this one should be pretty cool. We got a big patch out a couple days ago. We're experimenting. This patch, one of the things that we're the most curious about is we're experimenting with our settings of how worldwide the game can search you. And what we've done is we've narrowed it from worldwide to semi-worldwide, which it's when there's a worldwide search, chances are it's going to be having to send a signal all the way across the globe to someone like, in India or something like that. And chances are, if that happens, it's never a good scenario. It's always going to be like a red bar. So we were going through the Steam Valve documentation really carefully, and they said not to really use that worldwide one. So what we're doing is we're changing it to do multiple searches. It first searches locally, then it searches your region, then it searches your region again, whereas before it used to go local, region, and then global. So what we want to make sure though is we want to test this out before the free week, and we're doing a free week really soon. That's going to build the population up. We want to just make sure we test it now with a live population, so we don't run into any surprises during free week. So we'll be in the chat often asking you guys questions like, hey, you're European. Do you ever match up with U.S. players? Do you match up with West Coast U.S. players? Do you match up with East Coast players? We're trying to get a sense of what, what
what's happening?
yeah, what's happening because we don't see it. But I think it seems to be pretty good. It seems like European players are still able to connect with the U.S. Somebody in Jordan, one of our players is in Jordan, which is near Egypt. They were still able to connect with somebody in Europe, but they weren't able to connect with the U.S. It's starting to make sense a little bit. But
So it's kind of going to be like Secret Poncho speed dating in the chat. You're going to have to be like, so, where are you from?
and hopefully and then hopefully with the free week and our attempts to expand the population, those regions should flesh out their population density, and then there'll be enough matches in there. Right now, what we've done since early access is we've had a really low population. We let everyone connect, but when we launched the game, there was an opportunity when there was a lot of players to do a little bit tighter matchmaking, and I think we want to try. We didn't try that. We were a little bit gun shy, and we want to try that for the free week. So, yeah. Anyways, it's a learning process, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah, let us know. So far, there hasn't been seemed to be any catastrophic stuff. It's just like sometimes, like the guy from Jordan said, there's not enough people in his region to find matches and stuff. So that's kind of a bummer. But but that's kind of expected, and then hopefully during the free week and stuff, this will get worked out. Other than that, we had a bunch of character changes. Like so, we patched in some Gordo changes, some Deserter changes, some Wolf Girl changes, Warmonger, Kid Red, and Mad Trapper. And so everyone got a little bit of buffs, a little bit of nerfs in some cases. And we're looking at the player data. We're looking at the win-loss ratio across the various skill levels, and we're comparing them. So we're doing some adjustments. It's really important for the community when we make these adjustments. We're not like, yeah, this is it. This is final. Suck it. That's not the goal. Is sort of like it's like things are up here and we want things to be here balanced, so then we dial things down, but sometimes things might have other consequences we didn't anticipate. So then we do another patch, and slowly, as the game matures in its lifetime, those changes will get less and less. They'll
Se
get smaller and smaller
severe,
and
yeah.
smaller. And so that's the nature of tuning. So if you guys might not have seen a game at such a young stage before, but this is what games when they're young look like. That the changes are sort of a little bit back and forth, getting closer and closer and closer until it sort of stabilizes, and then you see less severe changes. So yeah, just enjoy it. Give us feedback if there's something we change. Play it for a few days because every change feels bad at first because you're not used to it. But play it for a few days is what we ask, and then just send us any specifics. We actually compile all of the specifics. We can't. Everyone gives us conflicting information, so we can't do everything everyone says. But we test it, and we have to then we use it to that info. So it's really helpful. So yeah, for sure, keep us informed, and yeah, we'll get ready to play now. And Chris, do you have anything to add to that?
No, I don't think so. White Sushi was just asking why the matchmaking update wasn't in the patch notes.
Because we made two patches, and one that's identical to this one that has it, and one that's without, and we wanted to kind of keep it separate because if we decide to swap them out, like if something went terribly wrong, we'd swap them out. We just didn't want to make a big deal about it, so we could have put it in there, but then our next patch notes might follow up like 24 hours later with just yeah, we have two identical builds, so we just focus on the stuff that's identical between them, and then we'll probably do a different update about this thing.
And Mobetta says he sent you an email, which is probably about some changes that we made.
Yeah, no, that's great, and
Yeah.
everybody, yeah, just that's perfect. Just send us notes. We have a lot of stuff to go through. These yeah, and then what we do is in our nightly reviews and stuff, we just kind of try and recreate the scenarios because even when I play killer, say I nerf something on killer, I play killer a ton, um, but I play killer a certain way that's what my brain is wired. So I might not notice something that impacts somebody with another play style. So that's why we really, even though we all like test a lot, and we it kind of like we're not a team of like 100 devs with representing all ranges of play styles. So we're just very specific human beings. So what we need to do is we need to try and think our way the best way we can. But then when we patch it, we expect that there's a phase where we need to get some community to see the community's observations. And yeah, now try and remember our goals are just balanced characters. So sometimes your favorite character might get nerfed, and that sucks from the perspective of I want my character to be the best, but we want every character to be balanced. But if you can see past that, give us feedback on just how it impacts your character, then we can kind of, make sure we didn't do something by accident.
So White Sushi says he was having a hard time queuing yesterday, and then he changed his region, and now it's much better.
Oh, where was his region?
I'm not sure where he was before. I'll ask him. And um, and then also, let's see, Legolas says he got stuck in textures today. I'm not sure what that means. But he says that he likes the changes so far. So, and then looks like White Sushi changed from Singapore to NA.
You can do that? Can you just lie to Steam?
I think so. We did that in testing, didn't we?
I don't know.
Or we used to with PS4 at least.
If we can, that's great. We can test a little bit more crazy then. Yeah.
And then Sir Duke says if we want a third, we can add him to our team. You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. And one sec. I'm gonna invite Sir Dukes here.
I wanted to give a special thanks to some of the player volunteers. We had some players that every night had to like go through grueling testing with us for like 3 or 4 hours of just doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And that's Jin and Chivy and Sir Dukes, and it was a huge help.
And Shiny wants to know if I went to the beach. And Mobetta thinks Matador is stronger now after the patch.
Matador stronger? Do we didn't change any Matador stuff, but we did change other characters. So she, yeah, I mean that's the thing is like sometimes when we change, if there's 7 characters and we dial down 5 of them, then the 2 of them are still gonna play the same, but they, it's all relative to each other. So maybe that's, or do you, or Mobet, are you asking if something specific changed with Matador, or you, yeah.
He said stronger after the previous patch.
Oh yeah, yeah. We gave her um, a change. It's Matador's tough, man, because like some Matador players are really upset that she's too weak, and um, some players are upset she's too strong. So on her, we're really just going to rely on the data, and we're going to rely on the data to observe total effectiveness of the character. But then we're going to use observations from players, from actual fights to watch. Is there any one move that that are too usable? So the goal with her was to round her out a little bit so that she's not just doing, like on PS4 she was just doing TDM, and then we had a bunch of bugs with that too. We fixed those and it made the character weaker than what we wanted, but now there's no bugs. So before you could win by exploiting certain bugs over and over and over. Now that those bugs are out of the way, we see she's weaker than she needs to be, but she still has some really dangerous tools that we have to be careful, because some players are so good with those tools that if we increase her just a little bit, it'll just explode that up. So it's kind of, she's a tricky one to tune, but we're going to try and tackle her next. Ready to search?
We're researching.
Right, we can
just
do some
waiting.
shout-outs to people in the chat too. Who do we got in here today? Meta, thanks for joining us. We got Shiny. Matador had her patch where she was really weak. Yeah, Matador I got, she took a beating like a while ago. I mean, every character is getting that patch, like where the players don't like it. And I mean, the good thing is if every outlaw gets a little bit bad at us, that's probably good. But browse the steer. It's too hard to hit anyone with Warmonger's new tomahawks. I can't even hit stone point blank. That's really interesting, because the reason why we changed Warmonger was to make his clubs easier to hit, and that's generally the feedback we've been getting, is that it's been easier to hit. I wonder, browse the steel, what I would ask is, the timing is definitely different, like it's sped up. So now I think either there's some kind of something we didn't anticipate that went in and made it actually harder to hit, or you just need to get adjusted to the new one. So if you can give it a little bit of time and then get back to us, it'll help us know. And if you can get in touch with us, I'd love to know what examples. Like I'll definitely take a closer look, and I'll just need a little more info. But the goal was to make Warmonger's tomahawks easier to hit. And Chris, you found it was easier to hit, didn't you?
I never really played a lot of Warmonger. I was having fun with them when we were testing, but
Right.
I'm not like a very educated on whether it's that much better, the Tomahawks.
Yeah, no, that's right. It was Tony. Tony was the one I was working with a lot. But yeah, anyways, these kind of things. That's exactly what we need the community feedback on. I'm making a change right now to, like, this is the nature of it, is when you change something, if it changes it, sometimes it's really like your muscle memory is so used to it working a certain way that it just feels way off. And I'm trying to right now fix Killer's hitbox on his knife, for example, and so that when a player dodges, it feels like much tighter and it hides the latency. And what I'm struggling with right now is when I make these changes on his knife, I can't hit anything because I'm so used to the old exact precision tuning of his knife. And so that's why I haven't checked it in for a little while. I just need to see, is it something I need to just get used to, the new timing, and then it works a lot better. Then the mechanic works a lot better, or am I fixing the mechanic and making the knife less usable? So that's something that, because we're human beings, we gotta like adapt first and then see, because Yeah, I find a lot of times the changes you just kind of got to get in your muscle memory before you can evaluate it. Because you're comparing one thing that you're familiar with one thing you're not familiar with. It's going to, you know, give you different results.
Alright, just need one more. So it does seem a little slower for the searching, eh?
Well, I think a lot of people might be in. Yeah, I mean, this is something actually I wanted to check in here.
Because the numbers are like fairly decent.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people are playing in unranked mode.
Right.
What I'd like to know is anybody searching for our lobby and ending up in their own lobby, or is anybody searching for a lobby and not finding it? That's probably what we need to know.
Hmm. Got a wolf. Just we had one drop out.
Let's see what we got here.
Omega Heart 9 wants to know how we're holding up as a team.
um,
It's just Yusuf and I now.
that's a good question, man. It's been hard because we made a game we're really, really, really proud of, and it's an incredible accomplishment for a team art this size. Even just to make this game, but we didn't realize how hard it is to publish a multi. Like we thought it's going to be so hard for a group of talented guys to make a multiplayer competitive game, make it look at that level of we wanted it to look at, where it's competitive with like games like like our competition is like Dota and Heroes of the Storm, and like they're like the top companies, and we wanted to make a game that looks toe to toe with that, and that innovates and that plays different and it's fun, and that was like all of our focus was how do we do that, and we did it, and we thought that after we do it, if we're successful, then it's just going to be like everything will just be great. We didn't realize that there's a whole other layer on how to publish a game like this, and we're actually a bunch of developers self-publishing, and we've never actually published a game before, and this is one of the hardest spaces to publish a game in. So I think that's where we're feeling we're getting our butts kicked right now, like all this stuff about and now you look at like games like Overwatch and stuff, and when they come in with huge publishers, they even before the game is out, they have like hundreds of thousands of users ready to go. And we started off with 0 players, and then we have to build a community, and I think that's a very hard cycle for. Yeah, and I look at a lot of games, even like Dota 2 and stuff. They come in with a huge community ready to go. That's that's a barrier for indie companies to try and publish a multiplayer game, and I think that's why you see a lot of really good indie companies go. But the thing is, we have a lot of fight in us, so we're keeping trying, and we I think this free week is going to be our big thing that we're focusing on, and then once the free week goes by, we can evaluate how well it worked. Like, is the price really a barrier, or is it something else that that a publisher brings to the table that attracts players? Because we're doing all the right stuff. Like, I mean, we're like writing streamers with keys. We're doing like cool trailers, all that kind of stuff. We're doing frequent updates on our game. Our game's got good user review scores. We do a lot of community engagement, so we do all the right stuff. But there's certain things that scare us that big publishers have, and we gotta try to figure that out.
So Legolas is from Eastern Europe, and he can't get into our game.
Right. Okay.
He says most 3v3s yesterday were going in the EU region.
Right.
So they were. Oh, Jared's here.
That makes sense that Eastern Europe and Pacific won't match, right? Because it's pretty far. But we're still getting Western Europe.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta fit Jared in the. He bumped you out of your.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Just taking over, eh?
Yeah, I guess.
Hey.
Looks like you guys need somebody else in your match.
We do. Want to search threes?
Doing it.
And then Yusuf. Select region.
When you've changed so much.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, Mega Heart.
Oh, look at that. Fix the cameras like a boss.
I love. You know, one thing I love about this patch. I love how the game starts immediately. The countdown instead of that dead zone. Remember that? Like, yeah.
Sorry, I was adjusting cameras. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, I was saying what I love most is to see how immediately the crow comes up and it goes through.
Oh, yeah.
It's something like so insignificant, like just a couple seconds of wait, but I don't know.
Okay, hold on. I gotta pause this stream here. Get my frame rate up.
Red team, let's get them. Kill the devs.
Look at this. I can walk right to the edge of the fire now.
Hey! Hello! I got a fan right here. Rooting me on. Did I get him?
Oh, that was rough. You got beat up there.
Guys, for the free week, we're gonna have a really cool reward structure. Like, we're not just gonna make the game free week, we're gonna punch it with a free week combined with a sale. So if people like the game, they'll buy it. And then the second thing, we're gonna combine it with a reward structure where the more people that try the game during the free week, the more in-game stuff we can commit to adding. So it'll give us a little bit of stability to rely on. So like, it's like, oh, if we can get up to 1,000 concurrent users, everyone will get gold coins for a new skin, free skin. If we can get up to this many, we'll add a new skin for Wolf Girl. If we can get this many, we'll add a new outlaw. You know, we'll commit to production of a new outlaw. So it's going to be pretty cool. The fun thing about that reward structure is it's like a Kickstarter, but instead of funding money, you just got to get people playing, you know, and the game's free, so you just got to get your friends to try a free game, and that's I think those two systems together are gonna work really well.
So Mo Better wants to know who Kaylee is and why they look like Gollum. Well, first of all, that Kaylee is actually Jared right now. And Jared's one of our artists.
And Jared looks like Gollum?
Well, because he's got I have his switchblade monkey in the picture because he doesn't have a webcam.
Just a sketch I did ages ago.
And Kaylee's the guy that gives all the free stuff away.
Everybody loves Kaylee.
Yeah. Kaylee got his internet fixed apparently on Tuesday, and we haven't seen him since. So I don't know what that means.
I think you know what it means. You just don't want to say it on the air.
Kaylee finally realized the full potential of the internet. Yeah. There you have it. So why did we eat Tony? And where did you hide the body?
It's delicious.
Tony just went to the airport. No biggie.
That's what we're saying. That's our story and we're sticking to it.
Yeah. And Omega Heart says thanks for the patch, and he's really liking it.
Oh, that's great.
And he wants to know, he knows it'll take time, but would we ever add in-game clans or groups?
Oh man, that'd be so cool. That's not even something that's on our priority list right now. Our priority list, we try and be so transparent with you guys. But that's a really cool feature, and I think we will eventually need it if the game is successful competitively. The way I see our priority list right now is first, expect the next patch we're adding in some graphics options so people can turn off their shadows, screen space, AO, all that stuff, and really control their performance a little bit better. Um, there's that side of it. The resolution switching is not going to be there for a little while. Like, it's still going to be controlled by the scale of the window, but that other stuff is the first priority. In-game mouse support, that's for the menus. That's our other priority. Someone's working on it right now also, but it's just there's a lot of menus, you know. So there's that.
Yeah, I got brand
Oh,
flakes on
yeah.
my team. You guys are done.
We are looking at one of the big priorities we're looking at. I'll tell you guys about it now, but it's not set in stone. But I think this will help. Is matchmaking is our priority, especially for the free week. And what we noticed when we looked at the data, and 20% of petties, their petty win-loss ratio was 20%. So it means petties win only 20% of their matches, and experienced players are winning like 80% of their matches. And kind of what that tells us is that petties are fighting experienced players. And if we were like a huge company, like our goal would be 50-50 win-loss ratio at all skill levels, so that it means petties are fighting other petties, that kind of stuff. So when we looked at why, and what we saw was a lot of petties are playing threes. They're playing unranked, or ranked, and a lot of petties are, yeah, and I think it's because they want to play threes. And it makes it challenging because if all the petties aren't in the same place, we can't match them together anyways. So what we're going to do, and then same thing with experienced players, some of them are playing in ranked or unranked just because they will have a better shot of finding a match. And so this is a problem. What we're going to do is we're going to combine everything, and it's just going to be one mode research in this PvP mode, but then we can at least count on all the petties being together in the same place and match them together, and we can be a little bit stricter on how we're matching them together. So this is sort of a big thing that is in testing, and there's a lot of work involved in it, and I think as the game grows we can kind of do things like add in a 2v2 in that or whatever. So basically like we're putting everyone in the same search, but new players will get a flag on them called new player, and then we're going to really be strict about matching them only with each other. But during the free week there's going to be a lot of new players anyway, so we just want to keep them out of everyone's way. That's like one of our big priorities. So, and then once we get that stuff under control, I really want to just, I don't know, I feel an age, I just want to start animating new characters or something. So, spectator mode is one of our big priorities, because spectator mode is not something that you guys are going to use a lot, but it's something that the competitive community is going to use a lot. And if the competitive community pushes the game, there's going to be a lot more exposure on eyes on it. So we can do things like, we want to start getting things like different colleges playing against each other and all that stuff, because it's not for the sake, we're not trying to build an esport, but we're trying to build a competitive community, and that's a grassroots community, and our game is a competitive game, so that's what the grassroots community is for us. So we're not actually trying to push it on an esports level, but we're trying to push just what the game is and give people better tools for that. So, but that one, spectator mode, is actually a lot harder than it seems. So I think that's gonna be one of our stretch goals for the concurrent week. Yeah, those are the big priorities.
Oh man, Dukes. Man, we're gonna get dominated. Don't die, use. Run, towards me. Ah.
Yeah, run.
Yes. Way to turn it around, guys. Oh man. No, run, Gordo.
So people are asking us when the free week's going to be. We're hoping it's the 16th. We're still trying to lock down with Valve. There's just too much crazy stuff coming out in November. 16th isn't as bad as the other weeks, but I don't know, man. It's crazy. Like, we don't want to wait longer either, because the longer we wait, the longer people have to wait for the players to come in. And, you know, we have kind of a new momentum coming with this humble stuff, so it's never an easy answer.
Oh, what?
Hold on, guys.
That kid right almost dead.
Wait, you almost dead.
Phantom's almost dead. Ah! Let's see. So there's some debate as to whether the Warmonger's axes are good or bad. Some people like it, some people don't.
It for sure will throw people off when they first start, but I think Browse might be saying that there might be a bug that's causing a hit to miss. I don't know. So I'll look into it, but the idea is that the less travel time there is, the faster it travels. It's just the more accurate it is. You don't have to like lead it as much and all that stuff. So Tequila Shot's saying, please don't do the free week after Fallout 4 is released. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the scary things. It's either the week Fallout 4 releases, it's the week after. There's pretty much like a big release happening every week. The best time to do it would be like January or something, but that's too far. Like, the whole population we need to build in the momentum too, so there's like a negative thing for... There's a monster behind every door. What?
Oh, sorry, Dukes. I'll let you change next time.
It's also whether our market is going to try out other games or not, right? Like, are the people that like this game big fans of Fallout and Call of Duty and whatnot?
Overwatch is pretty scary. I mean, those are games that pretty much every player, like Fallout and those ones, I think they're not our market, but every player plays those games.
Yeah, that's true. Fallout's kind of universal.
Yeah, it's like GTA. If GTA comes out, it's not our market, but our guys are every market's gonna be consumed by those guys.
Whoa.
You know what we need to do though? We need to patch train station back in.
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna be exciting. It all works on our side. We just...
There's a trapper. Yeah, I've got shot from like a million miles away. Ow.
Man, it's crazy free-to-play games. The characters are like $10 to unlock them. I just saw a paper on Game Biz Dev or whatever, and it was showing, and it shows the real cost behind free-to-play. Like, I think it was like League of Legends cost like $3,500 to unlock all the content. It's like a lot of... I don't know. Yeah, I really miss the days of the old fighting game model where you just buy a game and you have it all.
We just throw a quarter in every time you want to play?
Oh yeah, that's fine too.
That's the other...
Yeah, that still costs you $3,500 too.
I'm surprised that model didn't like catch on for mobile and stuff.
Just insert another Bitcoin.
It'll be interesting to see how fighting games move. Like some of them have already moved towards the MOBA direction of free to play, but charging piecemeal characters and skins, and like I think Rising Thunder is going to be like that, and Mortal Kombat's gone that way. Street Fighter's still going the classic way. God knows if there's going to be a new Soul Calibur.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah. Chris, are me and you the only players in the world that like Soul Calibur so much?
Some people like it. Yeah, Arena Obscura says who needs Soul Calibur when you have Secret Ponchos?
Yeah. One of the most exciting kind of moments for us was getting a phone call from Namco and they're like, "We love your game," and that was.
We're like, "We love your game."
Yeah.
Are we best friends now?
Yeah.
We're best friends with Capcom now. They're after Evo, Capcom has been so nice and helpful to us. Like, they don't have to be. They're just like,
Oh.
yeah.
And Tony needs I'm gonna donate a new controller for Tony. Our win percentage would go up a lot if he had a controller that worked.
Oh, get out of here!
That's right. You're the dirty trapper, eh?
Who else?
Do you guys like that the change will be to Posse Leader out of the random?
No.
You like Posse Leader?
I like Posse Leader, but I'm.
Yeah. Okay. So
I don't mind playing with just regular population.
here's my take on Posse Leader. Is when I play with you guys, I really like Posse Leader because it's like super fun. It has all these layers.
Oh,
When I play with the random population, a lot
What
of times
happened?
people don't know what they're doing in Posse Leader. Like they don't know that they're, and then it sucks because you can't really like tell the leader what to do and stuff, right? You're like, "Oh."
You're not the leader.
You're like, "Hey buddy, you're the
Can't tell
leader.
people.
Don't go die. Let us die." That's like basic stuff like that. So,
Oh, what?
yeah.
I remember there being like a mode like that in GTA though, where it was like a team mode where you couldn't see the map and then your teammate had to like tell you where to go. But if you were teamed up with somebody that didn't have a headphone or didn't know what was going on, it just like the mode wasn't fun, right? Because
Yeah.
you needed to cooperate to play, and it just the game's not really set up to make sure everybody's always on the same page.
Yeah, and I think it's a good learning experience for us that like some modes are really fun and you want to have that variety in the game, but you need to if they might be a specialized mode where you might want to separate it a bit, you know, and have people just be able to pick it but not stumble on it or something.
This is a close match.
Who are we fighting?
Jared and Jared and Bramflakes, and I'm not sure who the other one is.
So we figured if you guys want to play Posse Leader, you're in the lobby with all the players. Just say, "Hey guys, vote Posse Leader." And everyone can do it. Everyone has like one click away from doing it if they want to. I'm not sure. Maybe Posse Leader needs like, more instruction. Maybe that's the problem. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like maybe more of a call out to people. You're the leader, don't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you get hit 3 times or something, it says like,
Hey, idiot.
hey dumbass, remember you're the leader.
Yeah. I think.
Oh,
That's right.
Gordo.
You got gorded.
Gordo's OP. Totally nerfed.
Man, it's driving me crazy. Controller.
Phantom's OP. Nerf him too.
Phantom's actually really well balanced on the data.
I know that we're all. Everyone's OP.
We're winning.
Yeah, dude, I get definitely every day. I get like passionate feedback that every character.
That's perfect. That means everybody's balanced.
Well, they're not, but you know, like, but it's hard to. In the beginning.
No.
Yeah, it's just it's a tricky little. I think the more people understand that we get we get incredibly mixed feedback, and we can feel like a lot of it is there. Like in boxing, you know, like styles make fights. One guy might have trouble with another guy in a particular style.
Yeah.
But that guy might not be tougher. Just
Man.
there's a lot of that stuff too. And then there's a lot of actual mechanics that are not balanced, so we have to separate. As devs, our job is to separate the styles, make fights versus the other thing.
You did a lot of damage use.
Killer's good.
Devs are OP.
Alright, Dukes, I'll let you change your
hear
character. Dev's OP, yeah.
There's a first. That's the first time that's been called out.
Yeah.
Jeez, Duke swearing in the chat. Come on, keep it classy.
My dream, Chris, my dream for the Secret Ponchos is that free week goes well, and we learn something. We're able to build up a good concurrent user base, and then we just have the confidence where we can just be like, okay, let's just keep making stuff, and then the game builds and builds, and then we're at Evo. Like Evo next year is sort of the dream that sort of represents success for me. Like if we can be there again and we can like show the progress, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
Yeah.
And we actually have like
let's go big screen.
we have instead of being at Evo and showing players the game for the first time, there's people that are excited to play Secret Punch at Evo because they want to be the best. You know that's the goal.
Big screen, big screen. Just for a second. One match.
Yeah, booty liquor 69 is
What's up?
booty liquor 69 is a very he's got some wisdom for it. But no, but actually what he says makes sense. So he's saying make the game free to play and it will do well. I'm just gonna try. Yeah, so basically he's saying make the game free to play. Make some money from skins and stuff like that. So it's so interesting that, yeah, I mean, what we've been learning since we launched, the whole landscape has changed a lot since we started this game. When we started this game, it was very standard for a digital game to be $15. Like, you know, you look on XBLA or PSN and $15 is a great price tag. Since then, a lot of the digital games have moved to $19.99 and stuff like that. So that's kind of where we were coming from. And back then, fighting games, you know, even like you look at Skullgirls and stuff like that, they have a price and you just get the characters and stuff. But I think in the last couple of years, things just went crazy with the MOBAs and they all hit this like spiral down to the bottom. But the thing with MOBAs is they're all controlled by giant companies that can take a hit for a few years and build momentum. And so it's a really strange landscape. And we know for us, the scariest thing is going free to play and not having any solid way to keep expanding the game coming in, you know? But I think the reality is we might have to do that. I mean, that's something we're looking at all the time. So free week is our first sample. Free week will tell us how much of the concurrent users issue is due to the price point, you know? And I mean, $15 isn't a lot for a game, but for from the sake of like us making assets and really good content and stuff, $15 is super cheap for a game. But I think the market, if the market expectations is that multiplayer games have to be free, then it doesn't matter what we think, right? Like, um, so then that's the entry. And then the question is going to be, can a small company do free to play and be able to survive to get to that long run where like the population is big enough where skins and stuff matter? Because yeah, we're down for trying it. We don't want the community to think that it's just as simple as like, oh, as soon as you're, because there's a lot of other factors carrying those free to play games to success also besides their price, you know, but it's definitely a big thing. Anyways, we're transparent with you guys on our thought process. We don't have a we know even going free to play is going to have its struggles, so we're trying to prepare, but it's something we're definitely thinking about. This free week, I would say if people want to see the game go that direction, we got to support the game during this free week, because that's where we're really going to be seeing, it's going to be like a sample for us, like how things look. If we ever went free to play though, we have to find our own way of being free to play, because we don't want to be bastards about stuff. And yeah,
No bastards.
we're bastards.
Alright, search some 3v3, guys.
All right.
We scared everybody off with our dev OP.
That'd be a first.
Are you deserter, Jared?
Yeah. I'll take you all on, motherfuckers. 4-star. Triple bounty.
Yeah, and really great ideas here. So Arenas Obscura, 3 free, easy to learn characters for free, and $15 for the full outlaw. Well, yeah, that's basically like a demo approach. Um,
There's almost 100 people online right now. Where's everybody?
Yeah.
I'll drop out and see if 3 people.
It just timed us out, which is weird.
so Brandflakes is saying there's like 9 lobbies needing 2 more. I wonder if that's true.
Yeah, and it just put us in our own lobby. And that's because we're a group of 3. So if it's true that everybody's waiting for 2.
Right. Why don't I just leave? Why don't we just do individual search, Chris?
Sure.
Let's split up and see what happens.
Right.
Just out of curiosity. Part of this.
Why don't I just let me just invite you, so we're just 2, and see what happens.
Laptop. A little bit. I'm getting uncomfortable on the floor here.
I'm gonna ditch you, Dukes.
Do I look
For a
okay down
minute.
here, or is it super weird?
You're fine.
You look so tall.
Yeah, it's crazy, guys. We built.
Okay, I'm gonna
we built a
invite
really
you.
Cool game. Now we gotta build up a base population that's strong enough that people feel safe. What we basically see is that there's tons and tons of people that like this game and they're curious about it, and they're all waiting for the Steam charts to go up to feel safe, and they don't.
You wanna accept my invite, use?
Sure. Yeah. So I think that's the whole catch-22. It's if all the people that wanted to play the game just played it, there would be a big population. But
Now you look little use.
I look little.
You were big before, and now you're little.
Okay, I'm gonna try and move this.
It's fine. I'm just kidding.
I don't know what's little. It's meaning. How'd that look?
You always look amazing. Oh, look at like a
You guys,
statue now.
you guys should watch that documentary though. That's a good, interesting view that on our development. Do you have a link to that we can post in the chat? So,
Yeah, I'll
so
find one.
So I got in. It's interesting. So I just searched with you and me, and I just got in with Jared,
Hey, what's up, guys?
but there's nobody else. And
I was
there,
in a match that pulled me out.
because Alta Macarato
Not
said
match.
they had 3 people queuing up.
right.
I was in with 3, and it pulled me out.
Oh, so you're probably in with them, yeah.
Where are they from? You should ask them. It'd be really interesting to see where we're getting matched made with.
I'm sorry, I should have said I was with 2. Here we go. We're merging. Oh, merged. I was good. We got merged with 3 others. We're good.
Okay, sweet.
Oh yeah, so we got merged with Ultra.
I want to know where these guys are from. Fledgy,
I-
Ultima Kratos.
I'm just
and...
asking them.
Okay.
I think I've got the secret Ponchos login here. No, I'm Switchblade Monkeys. There's the link to the Small Team Big Dream.
Oh yeah, so when people are asking us if we gave keys to YouTubers and stuff, yeah, man, for like 2 weeks, I put maybe 16 hours a day of sending emails and keys and stuff. The thing is, those guys get like hit by a lot of devs, and so they only, they're really selective with what they pick, and they usually, it's hard. So you got to get someone to take a chance on you, and it's crazy that Total Biscuit was because he's the biggest one, but I think because he's really into PvP games, and yeah, I think that's this game is right up his alley, right? But
Babar just showed up, but those guys are in Florida, Miami. Said.
Okay, that's good. I think with the semi-world, we'll get anyone in North America, but we won't get Eastern Europe. Which is good, because when Pacific matches with Eastern Europe, it's usually a bad.
And
Do I need to heal?
No, I don't. I'm good.
that knife sticking out of your gut.
I can't remember why I did it. I made Gordo holding hands with Kid Red in some pose, and it is so huge. You really realize it's I don't think I really made them hold hands. I think I was posing them next to each other, and I saw it.
This is what you do in your free time?
Yeah. Wake up in the middle. I can't sleep in the middle of the night. Oh, let's go. Yeah. Shiny, have you noticed a change in Matador since I moved the blind to cooldown instead of stamina? Because I feel the result should be that all her moves have more stamina now. But just curious what your feedback is. I don't know. I got some angry feedback from mostly positive, but I'm just curious what your very experienced Matador play.
Here, let's get some heals going.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Thanks, buddy. That feels really good. Nice work, Gordo.
Yeah, this Jared.
I'll read some of the comments while I'm dead.
I'm a solo player that bought the game. Some of my friends wanted just to be able to try it, see what it's like.
Yeah, so the free week I think is going to be perfect for that scenario. You'll have like everyone, if everyone has a chance to get, you know, five or so people into the game to try it, and you won't have any barriers. You won't have to convince your friend to drop $15 to try it. So
Shiny, she is awesome now. Awesome. She's in a state where she's strong and not OP. I love it.
oh, that's great.
Oh yeah!
Nice work, buddy.
Full wins.
Douglas Quaid, I'm going to do some giveaways during that week. Yeah, that would be awesome. What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to put like a big timer during the free week in the game. It'll say like 3 days left, and then there'll be a buy now button, and then there'll be a discount on the game. So people, if they like it, they'll just be able to get it at a heavy discount. Those are the two things people have been asking us for, a heavy discount and then a free week, combining them together, adding the reward system so people can just be like, oh man, the more we get everyone playing, the more cool stuff will get added to the game. And then from there, we'll be able to measure, you know, just like what the barrier really is to the game. Is it the price point or whatever? And then we'll be able to make some decisions with that data.
Does it go through the same filter when it's merging as opposed to when it's searching? Is merging and searching the same?
Slightly different. Yeah, it's slightly different. It's set up very similar, but I think we can tune it differently. So the idea with a merge is, the idea with a search is it's going to have a certain criteria, and it's going to be a little bit more selective of what it does. The merge is kind of like, it can be smart enough to go, okay, I couldn't find people with this criteria, so expand it a little bit. It's kind of like a research, you know, and it can be set to be a little broader. And I think we're going to utilize that when we do the skill stuff. I think we're going to make it so the first search, a new player has, if there's no lobbies open, instead of putting it in the best lobby, it's just going to put it in its own lobby. If it's been there a little while, it'll open up the search for the merge. Okay, an idea for a reward could be a lobby for a selected character. What is that? Do you know what that means, Chris? An idea?
No. Wait 1 second.
How do you guys feel about custom victory animations? Would you be interested in that, Chris?
Maybe. I was also thinking about custom victory music. You know, like where you could buy different song packs so that it was kind of custom to when you win, how it sounds.
That'd be pretty cool to have different... You have a lot of music in the game. I'm really, really proud of your music, man.
Well, they would just be short little things, right? And I could make a real gamut of stuff, right? Like funny stuff, or like serious stuff, or Western stuff, or dubstep.
Maybe we could combine. What if I animated a bunch of custom victory animations? Like Gordo doing one, and then we combined it with like an audio.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. That's anyways. It's all crazy. That's reward tier number 8. Taunts is something else we get asked about. We do have an X button that doesn't really do. It's a duplicate for cover. Prime real estate for some taunts.
For some teabagging.
For some teabagging. Dude, I wouldn't mind putting in pulling a couple all-nighters, squeezing out a couple of taunt animations per character. It'd be a lot of fun.
It'd be great on the deputy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think he means the waiting. He wants the background changed in the lobby, like custom backgrounds.
Oh,
Victory is mine.
yeah, that would be actually really. It wouldn't be hard to make custom backgrounds, but it would be a real pain in the butt to get them loading and switching around and not just yeah. Good idea. Okay, let's play our best next match, okay, guys?
I had some badass wolves on my team.
We can't, Booty Liquor is talking about the free week, and it's not just as easy because he's talking about getting it where it just puts it in your library and stuff like that. And it's not not like we can just decide to do that.
Yeah, we definitely
Like obviously, yeah.
Valve pulls the trigger. Valve decides how much they promote your game. When you guys see free games show up in your library, that means Valve has put it on the highest tier, and yeah, you're not going to get that if you're like a small game like ours. And it's not like we're not trying, like, but that's just they got their goals and their quotas to make, and they kind of pick their games that they think will do that. So, but we are trying to get them to give us some love on their front page when we do the free week for even just like a day would be good. But that's why we're doing the concurrent thing. Is if the day can get us a bunch of people, and then once they're in, if there's that concurrent user thing, it should help, because the community also needs to be spreading word of mouth too, because.
Yeah, I think the free weekend is going to support the fans getting their friends to play.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the free week does. Is it gives every user a chance to get your friends to play that were kind of being standoffish.
And Babar makes a point too that you can't just give a game out for free and expect people to stay. Like he says,
Yeah,
I have a ton of free games that I never even play. So that's why we're trying to kind of do this double whammy of having goals and sale, and I mean, we gave the game away for free on PS4, and we know how that worked, right?
That's the thing, people. We do have one experience with giving the game away for free, and it wasn't as simple as the price being the problem, So we got to make sure. And what happened on PS4 was, by giving it away for free, but then nobody played it, it put us in a really bad position where we can't even support it anymore, because there's no way of, like, it was just crazy. So if we give the game away for free, we need the population to be there so that there's some way we can support the game. That's why big publishers have sort of that runway. They have like a lot of runway where they can give things for free, and they can just kind of build it up over a year as a free-to-play experience. It's crazy though, like, I mean, this isn't a complaint, but this is just like an observation, but I've been someone that's been like watching the game industry since like Atari days. And it's so interesting right now that really good multiplayer games are devalued to a point where they have to be free, but single player games doesn't have that expectation. I really hope single player games don't take that same road. Like if you make an indie, like, what's just an example of a cool indie single player game? Well, I mean, you just look on Steam. There's any of them, it's okay for them to charge $15. And so then you're like, what makes that game, what makes it okay for a customer in their gut to purchase that game for $15 but not purchase a multiplayer game for $15? And it's obviously not the content or the quality of the content or anything like that, because it's I think it's just the expectation, the precedent set by other games.
All right, we got Douglas Quaid on our team.
Oh,
Let's
nice.
do this thing.
guys. Sorry, I gotta go.
All right, Jared.
Alright, buddy.
Oh, we'll talk soon. Yeah. Thanks everybody for coming by and watching the stream. Yeah. Talk to you later.
Thanks for keeping your mouth
Yes.
clean, because I don't know how to work the swear counter.
Oh fuck yeah. Later.
See you, buddy. Oh wow, I just got monged. Monging. Invisible Smoke wants to know why we didn't get front page on release.
Oh man, rate Valve a letter. That's our goal. Every time, if the more exposure we can get from Steam, the better. They purely based it off of top sellers. They purely base things off what's the top seller, you know, and it's not necessarily that something's new. It's that something's new and it's selling really well that day. And if something doesn't get good visibility, it's not going to sell that well that day. So it's kind of like it's a scenario where the rich get richer for sure. Like if you have a game and it's doing well, it'll get front page and they'll do even better.
We got worked.
Thanks though. Invisible Smoke's saying he's basically saying he's proud that Secret Ponchos is one of the only beta games to actually finish and not be pay to win. Well, thanks, man. That's just, I mean, yeah, that, and it's a good game too. I'm really proud that we finished on early access. It was hard, especially we hit some bumpy phases with the PS4 launch and everything, and we had to kind of personally invest a lot on the line just to get the PC version finished. But I think it's the case with a lot of early access games that, you know, you're releasing at a lot of games get started and they don't get finished because of funding and stuff like that. On early access, it makes it visible to customers. So they'll see a game that's started and then when it gets canceled, it's not finished. But I think what people don't realize is in even games that aren't on early access that are being worked on, I don't know, I think like 75% of games that get started, even like after spending millions of dollars, they don't get finished. So now early access exposes customers to a situation where they buy the game and then it doesn't get finished and it's really frustrating. So we just didn't want to do that. But I've worked on a lot of games when I worked on big studios and the game gets started and something happens in the market and then the publisher's like, actually we changed our mind, let's not finish this. And sometimes they're really awesome games. I worked on a Crash Bandicoot game that happened to.
I remember that game. Thanks, Fledgy. Thanks, Jin. Legolas wants to know about supporting other languages. We do support some other languages.
Actually, Legolas, what can the users in the chat tell us where you're from and what language are your native language? Because sometimes we have scenarios where we add like a feature or like a little thing and we need to know what the word is in different languages and we just want to check it with somebody to make sure it sounds right. We definitely need someone who's like good with Italian. That's the Jin, thanks for all your help and support. He says, I'm proud of you. Ponchos, cheers.
Shiny's from Brazil. He speaks Portuguese. Arenas Obscuras from the Netherlands.
So Brazil is interesting because Brazil has a tendency to be attracted to PvP games. You know, that's one language we never translate our game into. We have French. Italian, Spanish, German, and English. There's 5 languages we support. Um, yeah.
Couple Americans. America, to be specific.
Oh yeah, I think Legolas was from or is from Ukraine.
Sir Duke's is calling us out for a fight.
Oh my god. Do it.
Player 3, most of us are from Canada.
Yeah, actually, I mean, we 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 have a few Americans helping us, but most of us are from Canada, Western Canada.
Mo Better wants to do 3v3 private.
Okay, let's do it.
Isn't that the Langara? Or no, that's hardly playing. Right?
Yeah, it's hardly playing here.
No. I got an invite from Sir Dukes. You want to do it?
Sure, let's just do it. Take whatever you guys want. We're here to fight you. Okay, Chris, let's try to be together though. You know, guys, I
oh
really
man,
want to
this is gonna
show
be
you guys
brutal.
some stuff from early on in the project. I think there's like when it was just like, Chris and I we were like testing with little, um, yeah, there's a lot of really fun stuff from like really early. We even have really old builds and stuff. It'd be fun to just like release those.
I need to leave. We need a third. I'm gonna see who I got. Okay, use. See if Jin will play with us. We need somebody heavy hitter here.
Oh, we forgot. I think we forgot to write this in the patch notes, but we added bots to private mode.
All right, Duke, send me another invite. I got a third.
Well, Brandflakes, we're glad you have. Brandflakes is saying he's not going to praise us because things are going wrong. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. Like, you know, from us in our shoes, um, it's an incredible like I've been developing games for like 20 years now, and it's just been there's never been a project that's been so challenging to make for such a but we have such a like just like a game like this shouldn't have been able to get made, and we did it. We accomplished a ton, but at the end of that success of actually developing a really good game, there comes a whole new set of challenges that are just it's just new territory. Like it's not normal that a small team even set foot in this kind of space with like this kind of game. So it's like now it's like you climb this huge mountain and all of a sudden you see there's like this whole new set of mountain ranges you got to go over, and it's like it's pretty scary and it's hard. But I don't think you know, I don't look at that in a negative way. I hope our community doesn't look at that as a negative way, because we're just a bunch of guys passionate about making a cool game and just trying to do it. Yeah, and
can you accept my invite, use for free?
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's good as a, you know, as a customer, it's good you have high expectations, and you know, we're not just going to be like, you're not going to just be happy with us just like stopping or whatever. I mean, we're just trying to make it as good as we can, but you got to remember, you got to actually look at what you're supporting, and you guys are kind of like part of our team in a way too. So it's like, but definitely, I mean, like if someone wants just to be like playing Here's the Storm and have all the strong publisher infrastructure already in place and like tens of millions of dollars behind the project already, then this isn't a game for those kind of people. This is a game for it's like an indie dev trying to actually break into a space that's traditionally owned by really big giants. You know, that's what this is about.
For some reason, you're not joining us, Use, every time I go in. Where are you? Are you in your own lobby, or
Yeah.
can you accept Sir Duke's invite? He sent you one.
Oh, I
Oh,
got in.
there we go.
Brandflakes is offering to do some community management stuff. So we actually think there is a need. There's people in our community that are so passionate about the game that they want to just help us. Like they just want to volunteer and help us drive things. And I think in the past we've had something called the Trailblazer program, and I think we need to expand that. I think it is good to get the community, people who are that passionate, it's good to get them involved. So hit us up and we'll talk about something. We don't really have any paid positions available because even us, we're just working on this thing without pay. But I mean, we definitely want to involve people that are super passionate. It's very good. Okay, let's go.
Shit. All right.
Tight match.
Yeah. Huh.
Are we fighting here?
We're fighting Sir Dukes and Brandflakes and Mobetta. So it's like a super powerhouse team.
Very good. I can feel the pressure.
That's why I got Jin. Our ringer.
And this Samuel is good with evasive moves with kiddo.
Oh, what? Oh my god. Ah. What? Oh my god. Wow, dynamite toss.
Shoot. I really like the way Mad Trapper turned out.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these characters when we're making them, we're like, oh man, how's this gonna work out? Because we're taking such risks, making them so different.
Oh, I just got worked. A trapper.
Should we focus Trapper?
Whenever I see him, I do. Oh, nice throw. Yes.
Oh, I got trapped in his traps.
Man, Jin is on fire.
He's carrying us?
He's doing good. That's for sure. I'm just trying to stay by him. Pick up the pieces.
You got the kid, right?
I got him, but I died too. It's a wash.
Shoot.
Hold on, Jin. Coming. Oh, that's you.
Us. Really good match.
Oh, I got in a trap. That's a good trap position. Couldn't see it. Oh yeah. I like the looks of this. Up by 2 with 30 seconds.
Hold the fort.
Yeah. Ah, damn it. He's good at placing those traps where it's hard to see.
You're gonna get me.
Run, dude, run.
Okay, don't die. 1 second. Sudden death. Oh. So crazy. What should we do? Let's look at what Jin's doing.
Yeah, just stay by Jin. It's like a monster, we can't control him. They're gonna try and kite us with Trapper. Get things started.
I'll go around for a knife or something.
Yeah, we're gonna need that knife to engage for sure. Nice.
Okay.
Aw, shit, I got in a trap.
I'll cover you.
Okay. Aw, damn it! Traps everywhere.
Maybe we shouldn't hang out here. Okay, Trapper's almost dead.
I'm in trouble.
Okay, keep cover.
Jin just shot me.
Okay, I'm gonna go for that. No, I can't.
Yes.
Nice.
High
Man.
five.
That was a good fight.
Can't wait to see the stats. You all did pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at mobile meta with the red. Oh wow, Samuel did a lot. 3,000.
Yeah, he had really good dynamite throws.
When I fought him, he was really good at like using the Vades and using the twin blasts together.
All right, one more.
Sure.
These guys.
Switch with mobile, Chris.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just waiting for him to accept. Cool. Let's do it.
What would you say? Killer is just like support damage.
I think Killer makes a good support player.
Because I feel like when I'm on the sidelines damaging people, it's good. Right?
Yeah, well, and the thing is, if you get in too deep, you just can't get out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here come the excuses.
What are the excuses?
Sir Duke says his controller is broken. Yeah, well, I'm using Tony's piece of junk controller too, so it's even.
I'm using a laptop with a tiny, tiny window.
LB doesn't even work on this stupid thing.
We're getting a lot of dynamites.
Oh, behind us.
Oh, dude, come up here.
It's deathmatch, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Oh, sorry guys.
Okay, Jim, can you heal?
Nice throw.
Another throw.
I'm drawing the Phantom. He's following me. Oh man.
Sorry, buddy.
That's okay. I missed like every shot. My fault. Nice, Jin.
Oh, I died. Couldn't get.
Jin's got this. Yeah. Nice work, buddy.
All right.
Okay.
That was fun.
Yeah. Good games, guys. That was fun.
Okay, guys. So, community free summary. Free week is the big push. We're gonna evaluate how things are going with the price point thing, but the free week should be actually a really good opportunity for everyone to get their friends in. We're gonna do the concurrent user thing. We're gonna blast the discount at the same time. So, yeah, and let us know about the changes too. Send me an email at info@switchblademonkeys.com if you have little things that don't seem to be working right. Just let me know. We won't. Obviously we can't change everything that everybody says, but we definitely will review everything that everybody says, and weigh them against each other. And yeah, thanks for all your support, guys.
Yeah. We'll
It
see.
was fun. It was fun matches. I really liked those last two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thanks, Jin, for carrying this. All right, bye everybody.
All right. See you guys next week.
Yeah. Bye, Chris.
See you, buddy. I can't hear.